Most people who have a bad first trip to Thailand do not have bad luck. They make the same handful of mistakes that nobody warned them about before they left home. And the frustrating part is that every single one of them is completely avoidable with just a little bit of preparation. Stay through to the end of this video because the last mistake on this list is the one that catches even experienced travelers completely off guard. Thailand is one of the most visited countries in the world, and it earns that reputation. The food is extraordinary. The temples are unlike anything in the Western world. The beaches are genuinely world-class, and it sits at a price point that makes extended travel feel possible even on a modest budget. But there is a real difference between affordable and easy, and Thailand is not always easy for first-timers. There are unspoken rules, logistical traps, regional quirks, and cultural norms that the glossy travel content tends to skip over entirely. This video is for anyone who has a trip to Thailand booked, or who is seriously considering one. Whether that departure date is a month away or 6 months away, these are the things to know before getting on that plane. Mistake number 1 is treating Bangkok like a layover city. A huge number of first-timers rush through Bangkok on their way to the islands or to Chiang Mai, spending a single night before moving on. That is one of the biggest missed opportunities in Southeast Asian travel. Bangkok is one of the most exciting, layered, and genuinely surprising cities on the planet. The street food scene alone is worth 2 or 3 dedicated days. The temples, Wat Pho, Wat Arun, Wat Phra Kaew, are visually stunning beyond what any photograph manages to convey. Wat Pho is said Wat Po-i, Wat Arun is said Wat Arun. Wat Phra Kaew is said Wat Pra Kaew, where that last syllable rhymes with the word Q. The markets, from Chatuchak on weekends to the smaller neighbourhood markets that open in the evenings, offer hours of genuine exploration. And beyond all of that, Bangkok has a modern creative side: art spaces, design hotels, independent coffee shops, and a restaurant scene that keeps appearing on international best-of lists year after year. The city feels overwhelming at first. That feeling fades. Give it time, and it rewards the patience enormously. Mistake number 2 is misreading temple etiquette. Thailand is a predominantly Buddhist country, and the temples scattered throughout every city and town are not tourist attractions first. They are active, living places of worship. There is a dress code at virtually every significant temple, and it is enforced. Shoulders need to be covered. Knees need to be covered. Shoes come off at the entrance every time. At some of the most visited temples, staff at the gate will stop visitors who are not dressed appropriately and either turn them away or offer a sarong to wrap around. The practical solution is simple. Keep a lightweight scarf or a pair of lightweight trousers in the day bag, specifically for this purpose. It takes up almost no space and solves the problem instantly. Beyond dress, behavior inside temples matters just as much. Keep the voice low, move slowly and quietly. Do not pose for photos directly in front of sacred images in ways that could be read as disrespectful. Never point the soles of the feet toward a Buddha statue or toward a monk. In Thai culture, the feet are considered the lowest and least sacred part of the body, and pointing them at something sacred is considered deeply disrespectful. Sitting cross-legged or kneeling is the correct posture when sitting near an altar. When interacting with monks, women in particular should be aware that physical contact is not appropriate. If something needs to be handed to a monk, place it on the ground in front of him rather than passing it directly. Mistake number 3 is underestimating how physically demanding the heat is. Thailand sits close to the equator, and even in the cooler months between November and February, midday temperatures in Bangkok and the central regions regularly climb into the low to mid-30s Celsius, which is the low 90s Fahrenheit. In the hotter months, from March through May, it climbs significantly beyond that. The combination of heat and humidity makes physical activity, walking long distances, climbing temple steps, navigating busy markets, considerably more exhausting than it would feel back home. Most experienced travelers structure their days accordingly. Heavy sightseeing in the early mornings before the heat peaks, a long and leisurely break with air conditioning during the midday hours, then back out again in the late afternoon when temperatures begin to drop. Hydration is not optional. Carry water constantly. Electrolyte tablets or sports drinks are worth having, because sweating at this level depletes far more than just water. Mistake number 4 is booking internal transport without understanding the options. Thailand has excellent infrastructure for getting around: domestic flights, overnight trains, buses, ferries, and shared minivans. But the quality, comfort, and reliability vary significantly depending on the route and provider. The overnight sleeper train from Bangkok to Chiang Mai is widely considered a travel experience in itself. It is comfortable, the scenery through the early morning is beautiful, and waking up in Chiang Mai after a night of reasonable sleep on the train feels genuinely satisfying. Budget that experience in if the itinerary goes north. On the other hand, a budget minivan to a remote island requiring multiple connection changes and a ferry crossing during an uncertain weather window is a completely different story. Research each individual leg of the journey specifically. For ferries in particular, crossing times and operator standards vary considerably. Read recent traveller reviews before booking anything involving a boat, especially when travelling during the monsoon season between May and October, when sea conditions can affect schedules significantly. Mistake number 5, and this is the one that trips up even experienced travellers, is trying to cover too much in a single trip. Thailand looks manageable on a map, but the country is large, and each region feels completely distinct from the others. The north, centred on Chiang Mai and the surrounding mountains, has a completely different atmosphere from Bangkok. The Gulf Coast islands like Koh Samui, said Koh Sa Mui, and Koh Tao, said Koh To, rhyming with cow, feel different again from the Andaman Coast islands like Koh Lanta and Krabi. Each region has its own high season, its own weather patterns, its own personality, and its own pace. Trying to tick all of them in a 10-day trip means rushing through all of them without really experiencing any of them. The approach that most experienced Thailand travellers recommend is picking a primary region and going deep. Spend a week in the north, hiking, cooking classes, temple hopping, day trips into the surrounding hill country. Or spend a week island hopping along one coastline, letting the pace slow right down. The depth of that kind of travel is richer than any whirlwind tour, and Thailand rewards return visits. The people who try to do everything in one trip are often the same people who come back the following year specifically for the things they rushed past. A few more things worth mentioning before wrapping up. Street food in Thailand is safe to eat in the vast majority of cases, particularly from busy stalls with high turnover. The idea that street food is automatically risky is widely considered outdated by seasoned travellers. Busy stalls serving hundreds of people a day tend to maintain high standards out of necessity. Tap water is a different story. It is not safe to drink directly from the tap anywhere in Thailand. Bottled water is inexpensive and available absolutely everywhere, or a filtered water bottle is a good investment for anyone looking to reduce plastic waste during the trip. For accommodation, booking well in advance is strongly recommended, especially for popular areas during peak season between November and February. The best value guest houses and boutique hotels in places like Chiang Mai Old City and the main beach areas on the Gulf Coast sell out weeks ahead, and last-minute availability often means paying significantly more for significantly less. For activities, cooking classes, guided temple tours, Muay Thai experiences where Muay Thai is said Muay Thai, snorkeling day trips, elephant sanctuary visits, booking through reputable platforms in advance is the right move. Reading recent reviews and checking cancellation policies before confirming anything is always time well spent. Thailand is one of those destinations that people visit once and spend the rest of their lives finding reasons to return to. Avoid these mistakes. Go in with patience and genuine curiosity, and it will almost certainly end up being one of the best trips taken. Safe travels,